I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking the page here. Welcome to the Facebook page. Welcome to my site. I hope you've all looked through and taken a little ponder and are learning things about what I'm sharing about this vision that I have carried for all my life. But specifically that I have lived and breathed every day, meditated, prayed, envisioned, locked in rooms, not having money, learning so many things that it was really quite fascinating. And now I'm beginning to come forth and to share these things with small groups of people, and then that will expand to, a global community. Now, I will say this, I'm not asking you for $144 or anyone for that matter. I'm asking people to learn about what I'm sharing, what I'm saying, that there's a new economy that is emerging. And that economy means the management of a household. And what really I would like to see everybody learn is, what does that mean? Management of a household. Well, I ask you this, is the household of this planet being managed properly? Is everyone having optimum health? Is everyone healthy? Are they feeling good? Are they eating well? Does everyone have enough to eat? Does everyone have clothing? Does everyone have clean water to drink? Does your household have all the energy and resources it needs to do things and to share? Are you happy? Are you feeling good all the time? Are you doing things that you love to do? Is life flowing? Is life a pleasure? Is life fun? Is everyone whole? If you cannot answer yes to all those questions, then we're not managing our household properly. And so what my website is about, and what I'm saying, is to introduce you to concepts and to a system that is about to integrate, that I have developed, but not just me. There's many other people who are, we call ourselves social entrepreneurs, or I say polysynthesizers, that are here to help people, manage their household, manage our household with absolute great efficiency and the most optimal health and love possible. So that's what this is about in a nutshell. So I'm not asking people to give $144, and especially if you don't understand what that means. And I'm going to share with you, what's happening on the site and on what. I'm looking for a small group of individuals that can share and exchange and operate as a community so that we can create a template, all right, for a new economy, for a new way to manage things. So that's what's happening here. And if you don't understand these terms, and if you're not understanding the value in what I've laid out on the website, in many ways, I won't go into that now, but if you're reading through and you're really seeking to learn, you're going to see what I'm saying. But if your perception is that this is about an investment, or it's about, some sort of, I'm just looking for money, or you're caught up in, how am I going to operate the business, then you're not going to see those things. What I want you to see is what's of value to you, and how are we exchanging our energy. So I call that use value. And use value means that you or I have value to share with one another. So let's just make it simple. If you're all on Facebook, right? Well, Facebook doesn't charge you anything, not a thing, in dollars from you personally, directly. But it is charging someone. It is making lots and lots and lots of increase in of its resources, of its abundance. And how is it doing that? Well, there's lots of things of how it's doing it, but basically it's doing it through selling your data and your information to advertisers. So this is not free. None of us are on this platform for free. But understanding that makes all the difference. Understanding how that works. I'm willing to share my data how I want to share my data, but I'm conscious of that. I know what to share, what not to share, because I know these things. I'm conscious and aware of how these things and how social media and how business and how these things work. But others don't. We're just on here, just sharing things, giving away things, and then we complain of why things cost what they do and why the world, how it runs, because we're not conscious of it. We're not conscious that when you use things, nothing is free. There's always, 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 always an exchange. It doesn't matter if you're not paying money or not. There's still some form of exchange. Life doesn't work the other way around. Nothing is free. Everything is an exchange. The sun is out and it's shining. Well, there's an exchange there. It's giving the earth all the light and the energy it needs and all the plants there, life force, so it can grow. And if you believe it or not, we're giving something back to the sun. But that's something that you need to look at on a scientific basis in another way. The earth is the same thing. You give the earth what it needs. If it's cultivated properly, it will give back to you wonderful things. If you don't, you have a diseased plants and you have a diseased earth. And when you have a diseased earth, then you have a diseased planet. You have people and animals that are eating these things and taking and ingesting whatever is here. And when that happens, you have a diseased people, a diseased humanity. And that's the state that we've been in for quite a while, you guys. And we don't have to be. We can change it. And whether you believe it or not is going to be the level and a rate at which you become conscious. And consciousness means being aware. Being aware. It's nothing ooey ooey or wah 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 wah, whatever you want to call it. It's just being absolutely aware. And you cannot be aware of what you're doing or your surroundings if you don't feel good. If you don't have the right nutrients coming into your body, if you don't have enough water, if you don't have clothing on your body when it's cold, when it's not, if you don't have roofing and housing to take care of you in the different seasons and feel like you're contributing to life, if you don't have resources and able to contribute in exchange with people, you're not going to feel good. So we can change all this. And that's what this website is all about and what I have developed. And I want you to learn. That's the greatest gift that you can give to me, is to keep learning. I'm sharing with you these things that I have learned over a very long period of time and introducing you to others who are here to help you. And so when people are looking at what I'm asking for, I say, don't worry about any of the money stuff or all those things. That I don't need that from anybody who's not ready to become that first ember. And you'll know that you're ready to do it because you'll understand these things, you'll want to do it, you'll feel good, and you'll go, I'm ready to do this. And you may not be that now, but it will be at some point in time. So that's not to make anybody feel bad, that's just the way that it is. That's called a use-value exchange once that happens. And that happens when we can agree that there's value that we're exchanging. And so I'll go to another thing here. So what I am offering to people who are to become the first 144 community members, and then we have another group that's 144 social entrepreneurs who will develop these systems that I have laid out on the website for you. Now, these people are all over the world. I know some of them I don't, but I know who they are. And it is my intention to bring them all together so that we can all create this new sharing, communication, and resource exchange system, and this cocoon, this creative action centers of online open source networks, and a showcasing network that will showcase all of these amazing things that are happening in the world that you're not seeing, that are here for you. And there are people doing things, and you can support them. So this system is what I'm seeking to get out and to develop. And in order to do that, I'm starting with that small, concentrated compounding of energy of those embers. And that's starting right here in Portland, Oregon. And it starts on June 9th. And we're having people come to a dinner, and it's going to be a very small group from what I see now. It could be 10 to 20 people. But remember, it doesn't matter. What matters is that there's going to be use-value exchange. So what's going to be exchanged for those who are sharing or giving their $144 if they have that. Some don't. Some are being sponsored things. That's not the point. We are going to be sharing and giving dinners. You're going to have access to all the various things that I lay out on the website of the community once this system is developed and built. We're going to give community credits. We're going to give 1,728 community credit points to all those who become members that we will be able to then use with one another to supplement other things that we're doing. So if you're a massage therapist per se, all right, and you pay $144 now, or you pay $48 a month, or $24 a month, or $12 a month, or you pay none right now, but you come to this dinner, then you will receive 1,728 community credit points. And you will then be able to learn what other people are doing in this community, and they can learn what you're doing, and you can offer your services, your talents, your skills. And if you agree to receiving the community credit voucher points, then you're also agreeing that you will exchange some of your talents and skills in exchange for other ways of moving energy. So you have a massage that costs $60 an hour. Let's say you take it for $50, but you take 12 community credit points. That's moving more energy. All right, that's not a huge cut into the much needed money that you need, because right now how our system works is we need money. What I'm saying is we're going to create a community where we start sharing resources and move it around to where we can support one another. So let's say in that group there's also an acupuncturist. Well, you want acupuncturist, right? Well, you can exchange your skills and talents, maybe not directly, but you give some money and you give some community credit points. There's also a chef that's there that knows about the healing aspects of food, and a nutritionist. Right then and there, you have a whole grouping of people that can maintain your health. Well, I sure am going to use them and utilize them. And I will give my skills and talents of organizing and envisioning and coaching, or my performances or singing. All my skills and talents can be then offered. And I can also receive these points, and I can also receive dollars. But on top of that, we're going to be eating great food all the time. We're going to be sharing with one another. We're going to be growing and learning about things. We're going to share other resources that we have. There's someone who's coming. She has a Airbnb. Well, I say Airbnb. She has a B&B that's hosted on Airbnb and other places that I can go relax in sometimes with my friends, and when I want to just get away. There's someone who has a nonprofit that's dealing with cancer patients. I want to be involved and volunteer for that and to help that program thrive. There's a nutritionist that's coming. There are people who are herbalists and wellness coaches and motivational speakers, and have web designers, and all sorts of people will become a part of this community, and we can begin to share resources. There's people who are other creatives. All sorts of talents and skills will be here. And the point is to start learning how we can move our energy to the most optimal level to create a new economy. Now, let's don't think about the larger piece. We're thinking about right here. Remember, small embers can ignite a planet. So, to those of you who can join, I'm putting up the link. Come to fill out the sign-up form and the Google Docs form. I can only have so many people at this because if it's being sponsored, I'm sponsoring this myself. I'm paying for this myself. If you can pay the $20 to $35, please do. That helps pay for the rental space and the food. If you cannot, then, and you really want to be a part of this, and you want to learn, and you want to share with people and create a community, then come. You'll be sponsored. All right? And you'll still get these things. That's how this works. So I hope to see some of you there. To those who are not, we're going to be doing this on a consistent basis. It's going to grow. I want your support in these ways. Learn, you guys. Learn about what these things are. Your life is here to support you. And there are so many resources out here to do that. So that's what I want you to do over anything. I'm not looking for your money. That's great. We do need to move that energy. But what we want is we want conscious people. Remember, it only takes a small few to change everything. Okay? So I will continue to post. I'm going to start creating and developing my blog, where we'll have guest speakers. We're going to have a podcast. We're going to be going on tour. There's a lot of things happening, and I want to share with you and have fun. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. Have a great day.